our WRMN AM 1410 Elgin time, 11 o'clock.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by Progressive. A new Illinois Department of Public Health report finds carbon monoxide exposure caused an average of about 940 emergency room visits and nearly 57 deaths each year. The report examined unintentional carbon monoxide exposures in Illinois from 2019 through 2023. New labor data shows Illinois lost at least 100,000 jobs over the past 6 months. By the end of 2025, more than 300,000 residents were still looking for work, leaving about 1.4 workers competing for each available job in the state. The Illinois EPA is offering up to $1.5 million in grants for energy efficiency upgrades at publicly owned drinking water treatment plants. Individual awards will range from $50,000 to $500,000. I'm Ryan Gatenby.
Hello, YouTube. Hopefully everyone is enjoying this lovely morning. This is Matt McNeil popping in here, just letting you know we are having a special interview coming up in a couple minutes with the Girl Scouts of America. They're going to be talking about Touch a Truck donation event that's coming up in just a couple days. So stay tuned for that, and we'll be with you in just a little bit.
Workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by KFC. New labor data shows Illinois lost at least 100,000 jobs over the past 6 months. By the end of 2025, more than 300,000 residents were still looking for work, leaving about 1.4 workers competing for each available job in the state. The Illinois EPA is offering up to $1.5 million in grants for energy efficiency upgrades at publicly owned drinking water treatment plants. Individual awards will range from $50,000 to $500,000. A new Illinois Department of Public Health report finds carbon monoxide exposure caused an average of about 940 emergency room visits and nearly 57 deaths each year. The report examined unintentional carbon monoxide exposures in Illinois from 2019 through 2023. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
A KFC tale in the pursuit of flavor. The greatest insult the Colonel ever suffered was being served a wrap that was just a snack by a friend. So he took 2 crispy tenders, lettuce, tomatoes, and pepper mayo, and wrapped them in a soft tortilla. It wasn't a snack, it was a meal. He called it a twister, and never called that friend again. The Colonel lived, so we could chicken. The Twister, now back at KFC, classic or with bacon. Also try it spicy. It's finger-licking good.
Prices and participation may vary.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-909-9696. 800-909-9696.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by KFC. Today, mostly cloudy with a high near 47. A slight chance of rain showers this afternoon. Tonight, cloudy with a low around 40. A slight chance of rain showers and drizzle, leading to rain showers likely. Looking ahead to Thursday, cloudy with a high near 48. Currently, it's 42 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
My mom has taken up going to the park to practice yoga.
My dad's going to a club, but not a book club, a salsa club.
Finding new hobbies comes with age.
My mom has started getting lost and not knowing where she's going.
Becoming lost or disoriented doesn't. Confusion with time or place may be a sign of Alzheimer's. An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Ever tried balancing a dozen eggs in one hand while hopping on one foot? Or maybe juggling cats while riding a unicycle? Sounds ridiculous, right? But guess what? That's exactly what texting while driving is like. Your human brain only has the capacity to focus on one thing at a time. So when you're behind the wheel, give driving your undivided attention.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Welcome in, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley and the talk of the town. We're broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the community, the Fox River Valley area. Thank you, everyone, of course, for tuning in today, being a part of the conversation with us. It is a lovely Wednesday morning as we get closer into the afternoon. We are in the middle of the week. So if you are maybe having a little bit of a rough week, just think to yourself, hey, I am halfway there, right? Until we get closer into the weekend. We've got beautiful skies right now, at least as I'm speaking right now. I know it was a little bit overcast earlier today, and prediction continuing to kind of fluctuate a little bit here with some rain, getting a little bit of warmer temperatures and snow, you know, the usual Illinois weather that we have. But today we are seeing just a little bit of sunshine peeping in through here, so that's something to definitely be grateful for. Remember, you can listen to us live on our AM 1410, of course, the classic stick, as we call it, on the on-air section of things, but we're also streaming live on YouTube, youtube.com/WRMN radio. And of course, if you want to hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell, you can always keep yourself up to date and in the loop on what's happening here in the Fox River Valley and what's happening here on WRMN. Now, as you know me, I am definitely a foodie person. Heck, that's why I'm here on Out to Lunch. And let me tell you, I've been snacking on these Thin Mints. They are my favorite from the Girl Scouts. And let me tell you, they are absolutely delicious. But, and you probably already knew this too, the Girl Scouts do more than just sell cookies, right? They are part of an amazing experience for girls of young age who are able to do something exciting and do something for a wonderful cause too. And let me tell you, there are a lot of really great events that are out there that are put on by the Girl Scouts of America and Girl Scouts of Northern Illinois and so on and so forth, right? And we want to talk about this upcoming event. It's coming up. The Girl Scouts of Northern Illinois are inviting the community members. This is a free, family-friendly gift of caring event. This is coming up Saturday, March 7th. It's from 1 to 4, and it's on Randall Road in South Elgin near the corner of Randall and Stearns Road. So today we have two lovely guests joining us today. We've got Debbie and Samantha here in the station in hot seat number 2 and 3 joining us. How are you both doing today?
Great. Thanks for having us.
Of course. Thanks so much for returning again. So if you just want to do a little introduction on yourself and your relation to Girl Scouts.
Sure. I'm Debbie. I have actually worked with Girl Scouts for about 13 years now. But before that, I was a volunteer with my daughter since kindergarten, so it's been closer to 18 years.
Nice.
And I was the troop cookie chair and then a service unit helper too with cookies leading up to it. And before becoming a staff member, and now I'm still doing cookies as a staff member.
That's nice. Awesome.
I'm Samantha. This will be my second cookie season with Girl Scouts Northern Illinois, and I'm super excited.
Awesome. Nice,
This
nice,
is our
nice.
favorite.
Very good. So tell us a little bit about this for listeners who might not be familiar. What is the Touch a Truck event, and what can families expect when they come out on March 7th in South Elgin?
Absolutely. So we, in addition to for the Girl Scouts learning and going through the process of the cookie program and selling cookies, they can also take donation for cookies. We deliver these to, we work with a couple of military organizations that deliver to servicemen and women locally, send them care packages around the world. Girl Scouts also deliver locally to our first responders and teachers, medical facilities and personnel, and essential workers and food banks. So this event is designed to get more of those cookie donations so that we can deliver to more of these fabulous organizations and supporters in our communities. So but to combine it and make more fun than just stopping by and buying a package for donation, we've combined it with a Touch a Truck. So we're calling the event Climb, Explore, Give. And we have 7 vehicles that will be there. And we're very grateful to the vehicles and who they are.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah, there's our lovely sign.
And I got that there up on the screen there. Climb, Explore, and Give, supporting the Girl Scouts of Northern Illinois Girl Scout Cookie Donation Program that's coming up here. So it is, again, that Touch a Truck event that's coming up. I know, of course, we also got the sign right behind you as well for people to see. This is an event that's coming up in just a couple days. And again, it is a free event to attend. Now, what are some of the kind of vehicles that kids and adults are able to see and explore at this event?
Absolutely. So we're very grateful to our vehicle sponsors or partners as well. We'll have the South Elgin Fire and Countryside Prevention District with a fire truck, of course. The South Elgin Police Department will be there with a police vehicle. The St. Charles Park District will be there with a small dump truck. Ozinga is going to be there with a cement truck. And Rebels and Turf Tractor with a tractor. And special, the Illinois chapter of Military Vehicle Preservation Association is will have a military Humvee and another military truck there.
Nice.
So yeah, we were excited. We may have our sponsor, our mascot for the cookie program this year is the ferret, and I believe we'll have a showing of the ferret coming.
Nice. Okay.
She'll be there. Shirley will be there.
Shirley the ferret will be there.
I like it.
Black-footed ferret to be specific.
That's so cool. I love that. That's great. Very, very cool. And what's great too is if kids who might be interested in maybe having a career someday working with these vehicles get a chance of in person to see it. They get to touch it. They get to, see the dimensions, just everything about it, right? So that is really, really cool too. Now, why was Touch a Truck an event that the Girl Scouts wanted to help bring to the community? What in particular was this something that might have, like I said, kind of helped to bring recognition to the community?
Well, thanking our community for sure. Some of the vehicles here are the people that we're supporting with the donations, and we appreciate all that are involved. And like I said, it's just to bring more donation opportunities to the community so they can help support everything that we do with those donation packages. So we really like that. We'll have a couple of Girl Scouts there so they could meet and actually purchase from the Girl Scouts. We're not just taking it over as council. So
very cool. So they'll have, you guys will have like some booths set up with some cookies and information, things like that too?
We'll have information out. If there are people that actually want to purchase cookies, that will be available up. Our store will be open, and we hope to have a troop there too. They'll be available to if they still have to get their cookie fix, that they could get that too.
Awesome. Yes, definitely very cool. What do you hope kids and families can take away, if anything, from this Touch a Truck one day event after it's over?
Again, just learning more about Girl Scouts. What that it's this is still a cookie related event, but that it's more than just the cookie. That the cookie goes a long way. It supports Girl Scouts in their activities and helps them raise funds. It helps them learn different responsibilities throughout. We consider the 5 skills of the cookie program: money management, business ethics, people skills, goal setting, and decision making. So we want the community to understand that it may be a box of Girl Scout cookies that's delicious, but it also goes a lot farther than that. And also just learning about Girl Scouts in general. If they're interested in potentially joining in the future, we certainly can take their information and direct them and answer questions.
Yeah, very good. Do you see more girls joining Girl Scouts as well too? Do you notice kind of an influx in that? Do you think that more young kids want to help the community even more? Do you think you've seen a growth?
It's a struggle because there's so many opportunities for girls throughout the community, and so we're always competing with sports and musics and school events and some other things, but there are so many opportunities that aren't, everything you do has a new experience, and Girl Scouts definitely offers that to as a different opportunity as a girl-centered organization where they can feel safe and being just together. So we really want people to learn and understand that and what Girl Scouts has to offer.
Absolutely. And again, they learn skills and values through projects like Touch a Truck and others out there to help carry over into everyday life as well. So it helps to grow these girls into to young women, and maybe even someday even partner with Girl Scouts, and maybe even be a volunteer or something like that. So speaking of which too, if someone's listening in right now and they think, gosh, I think I would really like to maybe be a part of Girl Scouts, doing some volunteer work or helping out, how can people find more information?
Yeah, they can go to our website, which is www.girlscoutsni.org. And at the bottom, I believe, is where you can contact us.
Yeah, there's a couple of contacts
Couple
there.
contact information.
That they can reach out to customer care at girlscoutsni.org is our email as well. So our primary email that can help. There we go. Direct to everything. So
there you go.
We absolutely can. They reach out, we'll get them in the right direction for whatever their interests are.
Absolutely. And you can also email them too, so get in touch with them. What's also great, I saw this at the top of the page, is so cookie season began, but there was another one too. It was
Fine Cookies.
Summer camp is open.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So for the kids. So that's great too. The weather's getting nicer. They want to do something, summer fun activity, make some friendships. This is a really great opportunity. So you can register also today for that as well. You can also shop on their website too. So if you go to their website, they have some really cool merchandise that people can find. So that's pretty cool, getting them ready for their next Girl Scout adventure. You can shop online or visit their retail stores to find everything that they might need. You can discover different things that are coming up too on their website. So what Girl Scouts do, the family experience is another one. What's also great too is you also do offer mental health awareness as well. And that's something that's very important as well when it comes to growing our youth, is to tackle that mental health and being aware of it as well. So we thank you for all you do.
No,
thank you.
Of course. And folks, come out, check out this event. It is March 7th from 1 until 4 o'clock. You don't want to miss out on this great opportunity. Debbie and Samantha, thank you so much for joining us. Yes.
One more thing. We do have 2 matching sponsors too. So for the first 100 packages sold, they are matching that. So you buy one, it's 3. And they are Claire Kent with Ameriprise Financial and Diane Canty. Sorry, I apologize if I just messed up her name. She's a realtor as well. So we do want to thank them very much for their support also.
Absolutely. And I got to ask this too, because it is out to lunch and we talk about food. What are your favorite Girl Scout cookies? Your own personal favorite.
I'm a classic Thin Mint girl.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
Tagalongs are my favorite.
All right. Very good. You know what was the one that I actually hated it when I was a kid. Now I love them. Is the coconut ones.
Samoas. Those are my second favorite.
I love those. I used to not like them at all, and
Yep.
then one day I said, you know what, I'm going to eat it, and I was like, wow.
A little sweet, a little crunch. It's just it's the perfect
Yep.
one. Yep, that's my number 2 for sure.
Love it. So thank you again, both of you, for coming in today to the station.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you
us.
so
We
much.
appreciate
You're
it.
very welcome. Folks, we'll take a quick time out. We'll be back with more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN AM 1410. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who help people that have been injured or wronged. If you've been involved in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or injured at work, you have rights, and you may be entitled to money for your suffering. Don't accept an offer you get from an insurance company until you talk to a lawyer. And we represent some of the best personal injury lawyers you can find. Tough lawyers that will fight to win your case. And they're so good they stake their reputation on it by only getting paid if you win. So if you've been in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or hurt on the job, find out today for free what kind of compensation you may be entitled to. Call the legal helpline right now.
800-257-3148. 800-257-3148. 800-257-3148. That's 800-257-3148.
When it comes to orthopedic and spine surgery, Prime Healthcare St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin leads the way. Recognized by U.S. News and World Report as a high performer across multiple surgery types, we offer advanced and minimally invasive procedures supported by state-of-the-art imaging technology. Our expert surgeons and compassionate care teams are here to help you move, heal, and live better every step of the way. St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin, exceptional care close to home.
Looking for the perfect midday pick-me-up? Tune in on Out to Lunch on WRMN AM 1410. Weekdays at midday. Out to Lunch brings a fresh, energetic look at local life, diving into the stories, events, and conversations shaping our community. From lively talk and new discoveries to real voices from around town. It's the perfect mix of entertainment, information, and hometown spirit. Listen on WRMN AM 1410 or watch us live on youtube.com at WRMN Radio. Out to Lunch. Spice up your midday morning.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough. But if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN. Thank you again to Debbie and Samantha for coming into the station today to talk with us about the Girl Scouts of Northern Illinois and their upcoming event. Don't forget, of course, you can check out more information on their website. That is girlscoutsni for Northern Illinois.org. There's lots of ways that you can donate, be a part of the community with them. They offer their cookies and fall production, activity zone, members, getting involved, so many great things to do, and supporting the local community as well. So definitely check them out for more information. You can also find them on their girlscoutsni.org website for mental health awareness. So if you are interested in finding out some more information on that, check out the resources for girls, adults, trainings available on demand, youth and mental health first aid, and more. So that's very, very important. Again, it's important to be aware of that as well. You can also find the posting on their Facebook page. They recently posted this back on February 23rd, so about a week ago, week and a couple days. So you're invited again. This is the Climb, Explore, Give event. This is March 7th, and that is in South Elgin from 1 until 4 o'clock. This is going to be at the 365 South Randall Road in South Elgin location. They're going to be stationed out there. Children of all ages are invited to explore and climb on a fire truck, police vehicle, dump truck, cement truck, military Humvee, tractors, and more. So this is a great opportunity for young kids who maybe even might be interested in participating in this field when they're older. They can learn about it. They can speak with people who are of this experience, who use these vehicles in their daily life. And it's a great way to nourish and flourish as well as young kids. I think that that is fantastic. So a big shout out, of course, to the Girl Scouts of Northern Illinois and also to their sponsors as well and to the community. This is a great opportunity to come on out and explore a great event. And of course, have some delicious cookies too. You can't go wrong with them, especially the Thin Mints, Samoas, all that good stuff. So definitely check it out for more information on their website or also on their Facebook page. So let's continue on here. Let's go through our weather and temperatures. Welcome to Out to Lunch here on WRMN AM 1410. Out to Lunch is sponsored by St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin. Get back to doing what you love with expert orthopedic and spine care at St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin. No matter where you might be, they offer their fast track care and, of course, well-accomplished individuals who help to ensure that your health is important, because it is, and that it is being taken care of. So again, you can trust your health to excellence. You can trust St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin, a proud member of Prime Healthcare. You can call them today at 847-931-5525 or visit their website at stjosephelgin.com to learn more. So thank you to St. Joseph Hospital of Elgin for sponsoring today's show, Out to Lunch. Let's hop on into our weather and temperatures. What are we seeing for the day today? Currently, right now, we have a prediction of a high of 50 degrees. It is currently 47 degrees as I'm speaking right now. And now it does feel a little bit more like 40 outside, but we are seeing little pockets of sunshine coming through, but mainly cloudy skies are predicted. It was definitely a little bit foggier earlier this morning as well. It does drop down to a low of 38 degrees coming up for tonight. Cloudy skies early, then off and on some rain showers overnight are predicted. Heading on into Thursday, it's March 5th. We see a high of 48 degrees, cloudy with some occasional light rain, mainly going to be happening in the morning, and then it does clear up in terms of the rain showers, but the cloudier skies are still going to be lingering above us with a low of 39 degrees coming up. That's going to be for Thursday night, for tomorrow night. For Friday, temperatures rise even higher, though, but that's because of the level of humidity and chance of rain and thunderstorms. Showers are what we're going to be seeing in the morning, then cloudy in the afternoon. Thunderstorms are possible. We see about a high of 68 degrees predicted for the afternoon. Drops down only to a low of 55 degrees because we do see 100% chance, at least as of right now, roughly so, scattered thunderstorms in the evening, mainly cloudy overnight with thunderstorms likely. So if you do enjoy those thunderstorms to help you sleep at night, that's going to be for Friday night leading into the weekend. Saturday rolls around. We're going to continue on to see just some showers earlier in the morning with mostly cloudy conditions that are going to be accumulating later in the day. It's roughly a high of 58 with a low of 33, partly cloudy skies throughout the rest of the night. Sunday rolls around, partly cloudy with a high of 61. It's going to be a nice day. Mostly clear skies are accumulating for Sunday night with a low of 43. Monday, March 9th, is going to be a nice morning. It's supposed to be a high of 73 degrees, folks. So that is like a cool day in summer. We're going to be seeing some wacky weather. So prepare for the strange weather with your sinuses. Because for me, it goes haywhack when the weather is very awkward. So definitely don't forget about that. High of 73 for Monday. Tuesday's a high of 74. Dropping down to 46 on Wednesday and down to 38 on Thursday. So It does give us a little bit of a space of time, but what are we going to do, right? It's the wacky weather. It's the wacky weather. What can we say? And then it continues to be a little bit more chillier throughout the majority of the rest of the month of March, at least for the first half. Stay tuned for more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN AM 1410, broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. We'll go through our conversation story of the day. We'll go through the word of the day as well. And if we do have some time, I think I'll maybe move it to the 12 o'clock hour going through our National Day calendar, because we do have a conversation story of the day today. So stay tuned for that. We'll be back with more here in just a bit.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby, brought to you by KFC. The Illinois EPA is offering up to $1.5 million in grants for energy efficiency upgrades at publicly owned drinking water treatment plants. Individual awards will range from $50,000 to $500,000. A new Illinois Department of Public Health report finds carbon monoxide exposure caused an average of about 940 emergency room visits and nearly 57 deaths each year. The report examined unintentional carbon monoxide exposures in Illinois from 2019 through 2023. New labor data shows Illinois lost at least 100,000 jobs over the past 6 months. By the end of 2025, more than 300,000 residents were still looking for work, leaving about 1.4 workers competing for each available job in the state. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When our nation calls, patriots answer. The U.S. Volunteers Joint Service Command stands ready, honoring our fallen heroes through military funeral honors and serving communities during natural disasters and emergencies. If you're 18 or older, you can serve close to home with free training and just one Saturday a month. Prior service with honorable discharges are welcome. View our website today at usvjsc.org. We are patriots. We are always ready. We are U.S. Volunteers, and we want you to join us.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Progressive. Today, mostly cloudy with a high near 52. A slight chance of rain showers this afternoon. Tonight, cloudy with a low around 40. A slight chance of rain showers and drizzle, leading to rain likely. Looking ahead to Thursday, cloudy with a high near 48. Currently, it's 44 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
A KFC tale in the pursuit of flavor. The greatest insult the Colonel ever suffered was being served a wrap that was just a snack by a friend. So he took 2 crispy tenders, lettuce, tomatoes, and pepper mayo, and wrapped them in a soft tortilla. It wasn't a snack, it was a meal. He called it a twister, and never called that friend again. The Colonel lived, so we could chicken. The Twister, now back at KFC, classic or with bacon. Also try it spicy. It's finger-licking good.
Prices and participation may vary.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN. It is a Wings Wednesday today, so at the more so tail end of the 12 o'clock hour, maybe even right before our Tradio segment, we will talk about what are some cool performances that you can check out, and maybe even some movies that are coming to the big screens in the local Fox River Valley area. So stay tuned for that. You are listening to Out to Lunch here on WRMN. Let's go through our conversation story of the day. This was written by a user by the name of pbean222. I don't know what that means, but this user decided to name themselves that for sunnyskies.com as this user. This was posted yesterday. This is titled, "A Trucker Blocked an Entire Highway and Saved Me." This happened a few years ago. I was on the highway around the end of rush hour, heading to an important meeting with a client. My father had an older sports car, and it was my main vehicle at the time, so that's what I was driving. It never gave me any problems before, but decided today of all days was the day it would give me hell. Picture this. I'm in the center lane in a bumper-to-bumper crawl when my car suddenly breaks down. I mean, engine gone, battery gone, lights off, dead in every way as soon as traffic gets moving and everyone starts speeding up. I also wanted to note that people tend to drive very recklessly in this particular area, including speeding, drinking, crashing, just no regard for life, and overall very dangerous. I am here, and here I am now stuck in a tiny little car in the center lane, surrounded by the most impatient and dangerous drivers on earth. I put my hazards on, and the cars behind me eventually start clearing around me and going into the other lanes. I call my dad distraught. I'm going to miss the meeting. I didn't know what to do, and while drivers are speeding past and around me so dangerously, I feared of being rear-ended or ran over. Luckily, my dad was able to hop in another vehicle to get me, but he was a solid 30 minutes away, and there was nothing really I could do but pray and wait. While I'm on the phone with him, I see a big semi-truck coming up behind me and thought he didn't see my hazard lights and got pretty worried as he started curving his truck bed. To my amazement, he used his truck to block all 3 lanes of traffic, hopped out of his cab and ran towards my car, full-on sprint, knocking on the window and asking if I was all right. I couldn't roll it down, so I opened the door and told him my situation, trying to, of course, not cry from stress as well. He told me not to worry and instructed me to pull my car into neutral and then proceeded to push my car by himself to the right side shoulder and out of harm's way. He blocked the entire highway to save me. I'm on the verge of tears at this point and pretty emotional, to be fair, thanking him profusely. He reassures me it's fine and asked if I was okay. I told him I was. He smiled, nodded, and then sprinted back to his truck. Unblocking the traffic and continuing his way, did I mention he was also young, tall, and very handsome? He asked him for my Instagram handle, but I was too disheveled to process what he said till after he left. What a shame. A double shame that I didn't have an Instagram. My father made it to me 20 minutes later, drove me to my meeting, arrived 16 minutes late, and I was still able to meet with my client and seal the deal. Had 2 phenomenal people looking out for me that day, a stranger whom I'd never again meet, and my dad to the rescue. Whenever I have doubts of angels on earth, I think on this encounter and how magically true it truly was. This world is full of good people, and I'm always delighted to encounter them too. So that's a very nice story there. Going out, I guess, even in his harm's way too, technically, because it's a very dangerous situation, and said, hey, you know what? This person is in need. This person needs help. People are going to have to just kind of deal with it so that they also don't get hurt as well. So it was the best that they could do in that situation. And I think it went pretty smoothly, to say the least. It doesn't sound like there were any crashes. So that's pretty nice. So that was a story posted yesterday on sunnyskies.com. You can find this and more posted on their website. So feel free to check that out. Let's see what we have for our word of the day. Now, this is actually 2 words, but I guess it's supposed to mean just one word, ad hoc. That's AD space HOC. I have never heard of this word or this term before. It's an adjective, ad hoc. Ad hoc describes something that is formed or used for a special purpose, or that is made or done without planning because of an immediate need. So for an example here, an ad hoc committee was formed to investigate the matter, or the company will hire more staff on an ad hoc basics, excuse me. Not basics. I said basic, now basics. I meant to say basis. So the company will hire more staff on an ad hoc basis. So again, it describes something that is formed or used for a special purpose or made or done without any planning, right? Kind of delegating is a good way to put it. I guess not quite delegating, but in some way it could mean that, or at least in specific context. But that is the word of the day today. It's ad hoc. Sometimes maybe you do things and they're just ad hoc. You do them just because there's something that are in need of an emergency, right? Just like the story we read here. The trucker decided to pull his truck in front of the 3 lanes ad hoc, at an ad hoc basis, pretty much. But of course, there was that intention that goes into it too. So that's the word of the day today. You can find it at merriam-webster.com for more information. Hey, you know it. It's lunchtime. Let's chew on this. This is our little segment where we like to talk about something to chew on, whether it's food or drink related, right? And it could be something interesting and random. So, of course, many of us enjoy popcorn at the movies, things like that, maybe at home. Well, there are lots of different ways that popcorn is made, including something that is done in China. In China, some popcorn vendors use a popcorn hammer, also known as a cannon, which creates a pressure in a sealed cast iron canister that explodes all the kernels at once when the lid is released. Now, this is kind of an interesting way that popcorn's made. And I'm even going to share you a video. This was from Simpleng Putang PH that was posted in 2021 on their YouTube channel. So I wanted to just quickly show you this so that you could see how it's done. So they put it in the iron there and they explode it. There it goes. It's just poof. It's a big explosion. You can see all the kernels there too at the bottom. So it shows it there. They're all popped, and there it is, popcorn. It is a really quick and fast way to do it. This was they write here, quote, this method was believed to have developed during the Song dynasty around 960 to 1279 AD. So that's kind of interesting. There's a little bit of some fascinating history there. And then, of course, you can add a little bit of sea salt, some other things. Corn kernels are put into the cast iron canister, sometimes called a popcorn hammer. So there's a little bit more on this too that you can see, kind of the process that they do that. They put it in there. And then what they do is they then seal it up nice and tight. Then they put it almost like on a rotation device there, and they seal it further with some levers. They rotate it in the canister, which includes, of course, some heat underneath it. Then what they do is they put it into the actual larger canister and boom, they explode it. And then the popcorn is ready basically to be served. So that's kind of an interesting way that it's done. In one explosion, all the popcorn shoots out of at once and is poured into a sack for selling. So there you go, folks. That is an interesting new way to make popcorn. Now, if you are interested in doing that, I would proceed with caution. Great caution, because it can be quite dangerous, of course, if you don't have the right materials. But that's something maybe a little bit to chew on, is that some popcorn vendors use that popcorn cannon or hammer, creating that pressure in the sealed cast iron canister, exploding all the kernels at once when the lid is released. It's like a surprise once it's all heated up, and then poof, it's exploded, and then make some delicious popcorn. And then, of course, you can season the popcorn how you might like it for your own self too. So that's kind of an interesting fact. Maybe you knew about it, maybe you didn't. But I thought it was kind of fascinating that that was something that was done during that time. So lots of good things when it comes to that, of course, especially popcorn. You can't go wrong with delicious popcorn. Taking a look at the time, it's approaching 44 past the hour. We're going to take another quick time out. When we come back, St. Patrick's Day is around the corner. It's coming up not this Saturday, but next Saturday. And maybe you knew a little bit about the history of what were some of the foods and things like that. But what was the actual food that the real St. Patrick ate? Less corned beef and cabbage and more oats and some stinky cheese included in there too. So we'll talk a little bit about that, kind of to prepare you for the upcoming St. Patrick's Day, or also to say, hey, you know what? I am grateful for my corned beef and cabbage. and maybe not just having oats and smelly cheese to eat too, unless you do enjoy that. So that'll be our conversation story of the day. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN AM 1410. Are you dreaming of a getaway? Want to leave the stress of daily life behind? Whether it's a relaxing cruise or an adventurous landscape, planning the perfect vacation doesn't have to be a hassle. At Cruises International, they specialize in vacation destinations, land and sea, making your dreams come true. Located at 1721 Moon Lake Boulevard in Hoffman Estates, Cruises International isn't just about booking travel. They're your personal concierge, trusted travel advisor, and advocate. Your preferences are unique, and they'll take the time to understand exactly what you're looking for. From personalized service to their global network of specialists, they ensure that your vacation is tailor-made just for you. It's time to plan the vacation of a lifetime. Call 800-255-7447. That's 800-255-7447 today and speak to a cruise and vacation expert. Cruises International. It's time to set sail to your dream destination.
The Live Like Rue Foundation is a 501c3 charitable organization that assists owners and their pets through a cancer diagnosis by providing financial and emotional support. In memory of a dog named Rue, the foundation helps local shelters and rescuers by sponsoring animals with cancer who do not yet have a forever home. Live Like Rue is a beacon of light during a dark time. For support for your pet or to donate or volunteer, please go to livelikeRue.org. Again, livelikeRue.org.
Building a house is hard, but have you tried removing one? Flood Brothers takes the mess out of demolition. With fast roll-off dumpster delivery, reliable debris pickup, and a family-owned team that takes service personally. Call 630-261-0400 or visit floodbrothersdisposal.com. Flood Brothers Disposal, proud sponsor of America's First Responders Fest.
As veterans, we're no strangers to helping others.
It's what we were taught, trained, and told to do.
It could be for anything. Helping a friend move.
Listening to a fellow veteran for hours, at any hour of the day.
Or just simply making time for people. A neighbor, a loved one, or even a stranger.
We're often the first to help others. There's no question about it.
But we do have one question for the veterans listening.
When was the last time you reached out for help?
Perhaps it's time to do for yourself what you would do for others.
If you or someone you know needs resources, whether it's for stress, finances, employment, or mental health, don't wait. Reach out.
Find more information at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley and the talk of the town. Hey, we're broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you the Fox River Valley area. The show Out to Lunch is sponsored by St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin. Are you looking for expert orthopedic and spine care close to home? St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin is here for you. They offer their highly skilled orthopedic and spine specialists, providing advanced treatments for joint, bone, and back conditions, all with a personalized approach designed to get you moving again. Whether it's hip or knee pain, sports injuries, or complex spine issues, they use the latest technology and surgical techniques to help you heal faster and, of course, get back to those activities that you love. And that's not all. Their comprehensive rehabilitation services mean that you'll have expert support every step of the way, from surgery through recovery. So trust your health to excellence. You can trust St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin, a proud member of Prime Healthcare. Call today at 847-931-5525 or visit stjosephelgin.com to learn more and to schedule your appointment. So thank you so much, of course, to St. Joseph Hospital of Elgin for sponsoring today's show, Out to Lunch. We have, of course, St. Patrick's Day coming up around the corner. The annual St. Patrick's Day Parade is actually one of the largest in the country and the centerpiece of the city of Chicago's unforgettable St. Patrick's Day celebrations. Just one of the many, to be exact. Of course, that includes also the parades in the River Dying in Chicago. But that's coming up on Saturday. That is Saturday, March 14th. Well, actually, the official St. Patrick's Day is Tuesday, March 17th. That's when St. Patrick's Day actually is. But the parade's coming up on Saturday, March 14th. That should be pretty nice, or at least for Chicago. But again, March 17th is the official St. Patrick's Day, so it is about 2 weeks away from today, if you do count today as one day. Some people count the next day as the first, that kind of thing, just depending on the person. But it does look like, again, that's coming up on the 17th. So with all this being said, maybe you care, maybe you don't, but maybe you thought to yourself, okay, now what are some of the foods that are eaten? Well, of course, corned beef and cabbage is a tradition that our family eats too. Many of us enjoy it. Or Green River is another one. But what were some of the foods that the real St. Patrick ate back in the day, back in the old days? Well, this is an article that was written last year by Regina Sexton, who is a food and culinary historian at the University College Cork. So let's talk about this conversation here. Every St. Patrick's Day, thousands of Americans eat corned beef and cabbage, something that our family does, and many of you out there too. It's a way of connecting to Ireland, but this association sits uncomfortably with many Irish people, to be exact. And that's because the dish, while popular in the past, has nothing to do with St. Patrick himself. St. Patrick, also known as Patricius or Padraig, was born in Roman Britain in the 5th century. He is the patron saint of Ireland, and in later biographies, legend, and folklore, he is depicted as the almost single-handedly converting the Irish into Christianity and breaking the power of the Druids. The entangled mix of history that we see, the myth, the folklore, that has been attached to the saint makes it very difficult to kind of isolate historical fact from hagiographical and folklore embellishments, right? So what, if anything, really do the celebratory foods of today have to do with the real St. Patrick? And do we even have, or are we eating what was actually something that was made back in those days? Or was it even the same foods that he ate himself? Well, first, we're going to talk a little bit about the real St. Patrick. The little we know about the real St. Patrick comes from two, probably 5th century, short Latin texts written by the saint himself. Those are the Confessio, which was believed to be St. Patrick's autobiography, and the Epistole, the letter of excommunication to the soldiers of the British king Carausius after they killed and enslaved some of his converts. In these texts, food is only mentioned in the context of hunger and the miraculous appearance of pigs that are slaughtered to sustain starving travelers. Other important biographies of St. Patrick were written in the 7th and somewhere between 9th and 12th centuries. The two 7th century Latin texts were written by churchmen Murchu and Trichon. The author of the later biography, the tripartite life of St. Patrick, is not really known. It was written partly in Latin and partly also in Irish too. So these hagiographies, written in the lives of the saints, were works in Ireland, or were works in legend building, really, with little connection to the actual real Patrick himself. And again, St. Patrick's greeting cards, things like that, very popular back in the day, especially in the early 1900s. They do, however, give us a little bit of some of the glimpse into the food culture of that time period, and usually when it, what they ate, especially in medieval Ireland, where Patrick lived, and also when he lived too. So they do make some references to some dairy produce, salmon, bread, honey, and meats, including beef, goat, and, quote, a ram for a king's feast. Herb gardens are discussed alongside details of the cooking culture, with mention of copper cauldrons, kitchens, and cooking women. Not actually cooking women, but women who cooked. Just to clarify that statement. Punctuation does save lives, after all. Grain and dairy foods would have most common, usually with white meats abundant in the summer, and grain, especially oats, especially during the winter and early springtime. In these foods, of course, alongside the cultivated cabbage and onion type vegetables, they were most likely would have sustained Patrick himself to survive. Then we get in a little bit into the delicious miracles. Food, of course, is frequently the subject of St. Patrick's miracles. As a child, he is said to have turned snow into butter and curds. On his missionary work, he is said to have changed water to honey and cheese into stone and back to cheese again. In another miracle, he turned rushes into chives, and to satisfy more as well out there, were a bountiful amount of fish stocks from certain rivers that are also attributed to the saint's blessing too. One such example is the River Bann of Northern Ireland, which is known for its salmon. Sounds pretty good to me. So the food in St. Patrick's World, or Patrick's World himself, had a defined Irish signature. There is an emphasis in hagiographies on a range of fresh, cultured, and preserved dairy produce and the use of byproducts such as whey water. So the extensive and later abandoned Irish cheese-making tradition is referenced in mention of the curds, which included pressed curds, or faiscré grotha, if I'm even pronouncing that correctly. The differentiation between the new milk and the milk that may have indicated a skill-based culture of working with dairy in the preparation for a family of thickened, soured, and fermented milks. The associated communities of which Patrick would have been a part of probably had a taste for highly flavored and cultured milk and cheese products, something that was very rich in flavor. So these foods are typical of a self-sufficient economy during that time, producing food that was suited to Irish soil and climate conditions, including wild and managed woodland, coastline, and farmland. So those things do come into play with this particular article. So it is really this vision of an untouched Ireland that really does continue to inspire some Irish food culture today, and I would say even outside of St. Patrick's Day. So there's some interesting history there, maybe some of it, of course, being a little bit of myth, but you do get a generalized understanding of what people ate. And of course, you can find more information on that. Little history of corned beef and cabbage, which of course is something definitely delicious. Corned beef and cabbage for St. Patrick's Day, well, it might not be so Irish, historians say, but no matter if you eat it or not, it's definitely something that many people do during St. Patrick's Day celebrations, especially coming up very, very shortly as well. So if you enjoy doing it, continue to do so. Pass down those family traditions. Celebrate. Wear green. You can do all that good stuff. So it's coming around the corner. It's an exciting time. Of course, always make sure that you are driving safely. It is a very, very high party season during St. Patrick's Day, which is coming up again in a couple weeks. But again, if you are planning on driving, especially at night, just be cautious of the roads, because there unfortunately are a lot of people that do drive that should not be driving, especially during these holiday seasons, these parties and these celebrations. And it is good to celebrate. It's good to have a good time. You know, have a little drinks, a couple drinks in you, maybe get a little buzz, totally fine. But just make sure that you are doing it so responsibly. It's very important. Coming up next, we'll talk more about what's happening locally in the Fox River Valley area. Of course, it is a Wings Wednesday, so we will discuss some of the really great places that you can go to, some production companies and venues that you can support, especially when it comes to some theater. If you want to maybe act upon it, see what I did there with the pun, act upon it, and see what is out there for you to enjoy, especially during the weekday and even during the weekend. Stay tuned for more. We'll be back with more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN. We also do have our Tradio segment at 12:30. We'll be back after these messages.
Now available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com is the book called DUI Jury Trial, which is the true story of a truck driver in Illinois who was charged with driving under the influence of alcohol. Not only was he facing a revocation of his driver's license, but also a lifetime disqualification of his CDL, which would prevent him from ever driving a semi-truck again. This book includes backstories of the truck driver, the lawyers that defended the case, and the DUI expert witness who analyzed the case and then testified at trial as to the proper protocol procedures of the field sobriety tests as well as the breathalyzer test. This nonfiction novel also includes the actual court transcript from the jury trial, a courtroom showdown in which the final verdict would determine the fate of the defendant's livelihood. The book DUI Jury Trial is now available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 12 o'clock.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by KFC. New labor data shows Illinois lost at least 100,000 jobs over the past 6 months. By the end of 2025, more than 300,000 residents were still looking for work, leaving about 1.4 workers competing for each available job in the state. The Illinois EPA is offering up to $1.5 million in grants for energy efficiency upgrades at publicly owned drinking water treatment plants. Individual awards will range from $50,000 to $500,000. A new Illinois Department of Public Health report finds carbon monoxide exposure cost an average of about 940 emergency room visits and nearly 57 deaths each year. The report examined unintentional carbon monoxide exposures in Illinois from 2019 through 2023. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
A KFC tale in the pursuit of flavor. The greatest insult the Colonel ever suffered was being served a wrap that was just a snack by a friend. So he took 2 crispy tenders, lettuce, tomatoes, and pepper mayo, and wrapped them in a soft tortilla. It wasn't a snack, it was a meal. He called it a twister, and never called that friend again. The Colonel lived, so we could chicken. The Twister, now back at KFC, classic or with bacon. Also try it spicy. It's finger-licking good.
Prices and participation may vary.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-909-9696. 800-909-9696.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Jets beat the Blackhawks 3-2 in overtime in Winnipeg last night. Mark Scheifele scored the overtime winner. Toivo Tervainen and Ryan Green had goals for the Hawks, while Connor Bedard had a pair of assists. Spencer Knight made 29 saves in net. The Thunder beat the Bulls 116-108 last night at United Center. Oak City played without star Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Colin Sexton had 20 points for Chicago, but they're back in the loss column after snapping an 11-game skid with a victory over Milwaukee on Sunday. Big 10 women's basketball tournament action today. First round, 13th seed Indiana against 12th seed Nebraska. 15th seed Wisconsin battles 10th seed Illinois. 14th seed Purdue takes on 11th seed Oregon. On the spring training schedule today, the Cubs take on the Brewers. The Cardinals are off and battle the Pirates tomorrow. Also tomorrow, the White Sox face the Guardians. Save big when you bundle auto and home, renters, or condo with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Only available with TurboTax experts. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile app.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term.
Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Progressive. Today, mostly cloudy with a high near 52. A slight chance of rain showers this afternoon. Tonight, cloudy with a low around 40. A slight chance of rain showers and drizzle, leading to rain likely. Looking ahead to Thursday, cloudy with a high near 48. Currently, it's 44 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
A KFC tale in the pursuit of flavor. The greatest insult the Colonel ever suffered was being served a wrap that was just a snack by a friend. So he took 2 crispy tenders, lettuce, tomatoes, and pepper mayo, and wrapped them in a soft tortilla. It wasn't a snack, it was a meal. He called it a twister, and never called that friend again. The Colonel lived, so we could chicken. The Twister, now back at KFC, classic or with bacon. Also try it spicy. It's finger-licking good.
Prices and participation may.
When your car's feeling sluggish, don't stress. Just bring it down to Britain's Express Oil and Lube on Larkin Avenue in Elgin. For a fast, friendly 10-minute oil change and a full 18-point inspection, they've got you covered. Whether it's engine service, fluids, filters, or headlight check, they do it right, and they do it fast. Family run, quality service, right in your neighborhood. Swing by today and keep your ride running smooth. Britain's Express Oil and Lube, your car's health partner in Elgin, a proud sponsor of America's First Responders Fest.
Building a house is hard, but have you tried removing one? Flood Brothers takes the mess out of demolition. With fast roll-off dumpster delivery, reliable debris pickup, and a family-owned team that takes service personally. Call 630-261-0400 or visit floodbrothersdisposal.com. Flood Brothers Disposal, proud sponsor of America's First Responders Fest.
And welcome, folks, to the 12 o'clock hour of Out to Lunch here on WRMN AM 1410. Whew, we got quite a bit of people in the chats here, at least chatting back and forth here. We've got Jeff and Brendan. Good morning. Coffee's up from Kona, Hawaii. It is 72 degrees here. That sounds pretty nice, Jeff. I wish it was 72. It's going to be coming up to the 70s pretty soon, and then it drops right down again into the 40s and 30s. So the wacky weather is eventually going to continue on to grace us here in Illinois. But I'm glad, Jeff, that you are enjoying your time in Hawaii. I hope that you are enjoying your day. Have a great Wacky Wednesday. Yes, definitely, for sure. Jeff just had his Cheerios in the morning. That sounds pretty good. He says here, Brendan says, how are you? Doing good. Brendan's doing good. And Jeff said that he is Dutch. The Dutchman, of course. He's Dutch, so he celebrates tulips. Very nice. But since I'm here in Hawaii, I'm celebrating Hawaiian stuff. Well, of course, absolutely. You got to celebrate some Hawaiian fun things. Got to have your lei on you, right? Is that the lei? Is that what it's called? The lei of the land? I don't know. But with that being said, I'm glad you're enjoying the day here, Jeff. Thanks so much for tuning in today. And also, Brendan. Let's see what we have for our weather and temperatures for those who are just tuning in right now. We see a high of 49 degrees for today for the 10-day forecast. It does drop down to 38 as our low for tonight. Now, current temperatures right now, if I'm looking on my phone, are at 47 degrees. It does feel like 40 degrees, so it's going to be pretty much overcast skies. That's what we're seeing here. That's for Wednesday later today. and then it does drop down to a low of 38 degrees. Heading on into Thursday, excuse me, a high of 48 degrees is in that forecast. Showers are going to be in the morning, and then some cloudier skies in the cloudier skies in the afternoon. It drops down to a low of 39 degrees coming up for Thursday. That's going to be for later at night. For Friday, the 6th, we see a high of 66 degrees on the 6th of March. That's kind of interesting. Rain showers in the morning, a little bit more of evolving into a more steady rain in the afternoon. We do see that high of 66 and a low of 55. It's going to be dropping not too low, but that's because of the chance of thunderstorms that we're going to be getting that day. That's for showers and thunderstorms. Heading on into Saturday, we see a high of 58, rain showers early with some sunshine later in the day. It does drop down to a low of 33 degrees coming up. That will be for Saturday night. Into Sunday, a high of 61 is accumulating. That's going to be coming up here. And then it does drop down to 43 as our low. Mainly clear is in that forecast for Sunday. Monday the 9th. Now, this is going to be a really nice day to go outside. It's sunny and a high of 72. Yes, you heard that right. Sunny and a high of 72. It does drop down to a low of 54 degrees, partly cloudy skies early, and then followed by some mostly cloudy skies and a few showers later at night. Chance of rain is at 30%. We see for Tuesday the 10th a high of 74, mixture of clouds and sun with some scattered thunderstorms. It drops down to a low of 41 degrees, mostly cloudy with a shower, and a few thunderstorms could accumulate later in the day. And then we see a chance of rain at about 60% chance. For Wednesday, the 11th, we see here a week from today, rain showers in the morning becoming more intermittent in the afternoon. It's a high of 44, and then it drops down to a chilly low of 18 degrees. So again, kind of interesting that we're seeing that here. You can find this and more information posted on the Weather Channel's website. That's weather.com. Now, something else too, and I did mention this yesterday, is you can actually find the air quality index. So it does talk a little bit about that. Air quality is acceptable. However, some pollutants may be, maybe a moderate health concern for a small amount of people. When it comes to health and activity, seasonal allergies and pollen count forecast is not really detected in the particular area of Elgin. However, flu risk is very high in the area. It does say there too. So definitely check that out. And if you want to check out where the allergy season grows longer, especially in specific places, you can find that posted on the website. That's on weather.com. Don't forget, of course, you can also check out our YouTube page, youtube.com/WRMN radio. What do we have posted recently within the roughly past 24 hours? We've got some interviews posted that you can find on our YouTube channel. If you do want to share them with folks too, of course, you're more than welcome to do that. We had from yesterday a couple things. We had the morning show. It was Trish and Matt. And then also from the previous day, Rose Blake with Get After It Fitness. Medicare Made ABCD Easy is also there too if you want to listen to that. Travel Tuesdays with Cruises International. That was with Shauna White, the president of Cruises International. Always enjoy talking to her. Today they had the Anderson Humane Society. Anderson Humane was on the air with the morning show. So that interview has also been posted. And then we also have Wise Coffee Chat. Jennifer Sanchez had Lisbeth Linares Herrera on with us today to talk about her insurance company and how they can help you. So feel free to check that out as well. That is posted on our YouTube channel. And soon we'll be posting the interview with the Girl Scouts with Debbie and Samantha. Now, of course, it is a Wings Wednesday today, so we got to talk about some fun things when it comes to those local performances. What are some good places that you can go to that you can check out locally in the Fox River Valley area? Starting off, of course, we have the Elgin Theater Company. Now, they are having a performance coming up in April. This is coming up April 17th through till the 19th. And the 24th through the 26th, and then back again May 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And this is going to be called Fade. It's a story of Abel and Lucia and their relationship that develops between them. Mexican-born Lucia is a novelist who's just arrived into the bewildering world of television writing in Los Angeles. Exhausted by the unrelenting misogyny and racism of her new work environment, she is finding herself staying late at the office where she meets U.S.-born Abel, who's also Mexican, who works as a custodian for the building. They have a friendship that grows, and they help to voice their frustrations, venting pain, and acknowledging each other, right? And it's a good way to help each other grow in self-confidence. As the relationship between them evolves, their story will take you into unexpected directions. So that is directed by Ira Gerald Di Benedetto and written by Tanya Saracho. So that's coming up. That's the next production at the Elgin Theater Company. That's elgintheater.org if you want to check out their website for more information. Of course, we also have the Children's Theater of Elgin. Some of those performances are going to be coming up here too. Tickets are on sale right now for Disney's Descendants, the musical, which will be performing in April. That's going to be at the Hemmons Cultural Center. They also do offer a censor-friendly preview that you can also check out too. That's also posted on their website. So definitely feel free to check that out. If you want to join their team, Children's Theater of Elgin and Fox Valley Theater Company are seeking artistic team members for productions for their season, which is currently in operation right now, even going into next year. So definitely check that out. The time is 15 past the hour. We're going to take a quick time out. We'll be back with more here on WRMN's Out to Lunch. Stay tuned.
Is diabetes keeping you from enjoying life's special moments? At US Med, we understand the challenges you face, and we're here to help.
With US Med, I can finally manage my diabetes without it managing me.
US Med offers a wide range of services to simplify your diabetes care. Personalized care plans, convenient access to cutting-edge diabetes tech, and knowledgeable support. Plus, we'll check your insurance so your diabetes care may be covered at little or no cost to you.
With US Med, I feel confident and control of my diabetes. I can finally live my life to the fullest.
Don't let diabetes hold you back. Choose US Med and experience better birthdays, better adventures, better anniversaries, and better everything. Call now. US Med. Better service. Better care. 800-785-1673. 800-785-1673. 800-785-1673. That's 800-785-1673.
Looking to set sail on your dream vacation? Cruises International has you covered. Specializing in land and sea getaways, they're here to make your vacation unforgettable. Located at 1721 Moon Lake Boulevard in Hoffman Estates, they offer personalized service with a global network of specialists to ensure your trip is tailor-made just for you. Call today at 800-255-7447 to speak with a cruise and vacation expert. And don't miss Travel Tuesdays on WRMN AM 1410 every first Tuesday of the month from 11 to 12 p.m. on Out to Lunch. That's Cruises International. Your vacation, your way. Hey Bears fans, want your business heard during every heart-pounding moment of the game? WRMN 1410 is now offering in-game ad spots for Chicago Bears broadcasts. Be a part of the action as thousands of die-hard listeners tune in each week. Whether it's a touchdown, turnover, or a timeout, your message will be right there in the mix. Spots are limited and going fast. Call WRMN 1410 today at 847-741-7700 and score big with in-game advertising that delivers results. Get in the game with the Chicago Bears on WRMN AM 1410.
We are AFGE, the American Federation of Government Employees. We represent 700,000 federal and D.C. government workers who are the vital threads of the fabric of American life. We support our nation's military. We take care of our nation's veterans. We protect our nation's borders. We respond to our nation's crises and natural disasters. We provide services to our nation's seniors. The American Federation of Government Employees. We work for America.
We are AFGE, the American Federation of Government Employees. We represent 700,000 federal and D.C. government workers who are the vital threads of the fabric of American life. We support our nation's military. We take care of our nation's veterans. We protect our nation's borders. We respond to our nation's crises and natural disasters. We provide services to our nation's seniors. The American Federation of Government Employees. We work for America.
From the pages of the Elgin newspapers of 100 years ago today, these are the headlines brought to you by the Elgin History Museum.
This is Linda Rock sharing stories that were in the Elgin Courier News on March 4th, 1926. With the success of a new well producing 1 million gallons of water a day, the city is assured of a total of 5,500,000 gallons a day throughout the summer, or more than enough to assure an adequate supply regardless of any emergency. This, in effect, is the report of Commissioner L.C. Volberding, in charge of the Water Department, who today pronounced his completion of a series of tests on the new well located at North State and Washington Streets. The well is but 50 feet deep and produces 800 gallons a minute. The water is palatable and soft. The laboratory tests now being made are expected to prove it entirely fit for table use. The new supply will be inducted into the city main in 6 weeks. Members of the canine population of Elgin are coming in for considerable complaint made to the police department. Recently, a pair of amiable police dogs were accused of stealing from hen coops and also accused of stealing sandwiches from the hands of small children. Numerous complaints that stray dogs have attacked people have also been made. K.H. Schrank, 436 Raymond Street, complained this morning that dogs in his neighborhood were stealing his chickens. Officers have made repeated investigations. If the complaints continue, a general cleanup of stray or unattached dogs will be made, police warn.
Elgin 100 Years Ago is a presentation of the Elgin History Museum. Be sure to visit the museum located at 360 Park Street in Elgin, open Wednesday through Saturdays 11 to 4. You can also listen to Elgin 100 Years Ago at www.elginhistory.org.
And that is what happened on this day back 100 years ago in Elgin. How cool is that? When you get to listen to the history, you get to hear people talking about the newspaper articles that were once popular back in the day. I mean, you listen to it, you think to yourself, what are the things that have changed in the years? A lot of it, but there's a lot of things that have not changed. And it's interesting to hear about that and to read it and to listen to it too. So if you want to check out more information at the Elgin History Museum, they're at 360 Park Street here in Elgin. Definitely check out their website, their Facebook page, and their upcoming events. You can view their entire schedule. That's available under the events calendar page on their website. That's elginhistory.org. Linda Rock and everyone always does such a great job when it comes to making sure that they are out there and telling us a bit about some of the history, especially on this day 100 years ago. It's really cool to be able to hear that. It's not just, from the year 1926 on a random day. It's actually was like on this day. So it's cool to hear that. It is a 100th anniversary for those articles every day. I think that is really, really cool to be able to listen to that and that we have that availability too with all the hard work that the Elgin History Museum does. So kudos to you, of course, as always. Very cool to check out. And again, if you want to do some research on the 3rd floor, they have some great options, cool stuff to look at. They got yearbooks, a lot of cool things. Let's go through again here what we have for our Wings Wednesday segment, talking about some of those great performances that you can check out. Throughout the month of March, for just a little bit of some extra time here, you can enjoy Dear Evan Hansen, which is still playing at the Paramount Theater. And that's still going on now in March. If you want to check it out, get those tickets. It's going on now through till March 22nd. It is considered a Jeff recommended show. It's an honest and original story for all of us who just want to be seen. It's a 6-time Tony Award winning, including Best Musical, Best Book of a Musical, and Best Original Score. It is a Chicago area premiere that, of course, is going on right now until March 22nd. So check it out. You can view it on their website. That's ParamountAurora.com. A little bit further out, the Historical Egyptian Theater always has something fun that's going on there too. Let's take a look at their event schedule page. Honora, the 2025 film for the Best Picture winner, is considered a countdown to the Oscar film series brought to you by the Egyptian Theater. They're going to be showing that screening on Tuesday, March 10th at 7 o'clock. So if you want to get tickets for that, you can find it. If you want to learn a little bit of some information that is in regards to things that are Gaelic, that's the Gaelic Storm with special guest Jig Jam. That's coming up Thursday, March 12th. That's at 7:30. If you want to buy tickets for that, you can find it on their website. It's hard to imagine a band that's just coming into their own after 20 years of success, but that's exactly what makes a true anomaly. Gaelic Storm, a multinational Celtic juggernaut, grows stronger with each live performance. And after 2 decades of over 2,000 shows, they are a true force to be reckoned with. The band attributes their continued success, to their fanatic audience and its well-diversified crowd for sure, attracting fans of every genre with their rich storytelling, energetic instrumentals, devotion to Celtic traditions, and passion for their stagecraft. They are also very loyal to their fans, as the fans are to them. So check them out for more information. That is the Gaelic Storm. You can find that. Excuse me. I had to sneeze 3 times. And I'm sorry about the most misspoken word. I need to slow down. Okay. I need a refill of my coffee. There's a lot of other cool things that are coming up. This one's an interesting one. This one is called Paquita and Annie. It's a Beth Fowler Dance Company production that's coming up Friday through till Sunday. That's March 20th through till the 22nd, if you want to find that. The Beth Fowler Dance Company is presenting Paquita and Annie. It is a double feature opening with the Spanish ballet of Paquita. After a brief intermission is the story of everyone's favorite orphan, Annie, presented through dance. That is really cool. So it's the story of Annie, and it's all through dance. I'm not quite sure if they're specifically singing in it, but go to the event, check it out, and see if that is something that they do. But then again, that is the Paquita and Annie event coming up in March, in the middle part of March, towards the tail end. If you want to find more information on that, you can visit their website at egyptiantheater.org. Currently, right now, there are some auditions that are available March 14th and the 15th at Wright Boulevard in Schaumburg with Schaumburg on Stage's production of Jagged Little Pill, the musical. Now, this is a one that definitely speaks directly to the messy reality of American life. And if you want to sign up for those auditions, you can find it on their website, schaumburgonstage.org. All you have to do is put in your name, address, email, all that jazz, your most recent acting experiences, tell us a little bit about your theatrical training, and more. Who you would like to maybe even be a role as. So that is coming up. They have it posted on their website. It's on the main page. And that is, again, audition times now available March 14th and 15th at 1945 Wright Boulevard in Schaumburg. That is for Jagged Little Pill, written by Alanis Morissette. So if you want to check it out, that's posted on their website. And of course, tickets are still on sale now for nonsense, which I've been also promoting during these days too. Some other things that are coming up, of course, that you can enjoy during the summertime. There's 2 great ways to spend the summer. Dare to Dream, a Disney musical review, is coming into play in July. And Rent, the school edition. It's a summer intensive workshop that's coming up in July as well. So if you want to get a little bit of a head start there, you can. That's posted on schaumburgonstage.com. You can also register and see what else is coming up too. If you go to the Moonlight Theater in St. Charles, you get that classic gem of a 1920s theater. You can enjoy cocktails, food, and little niblets to enjoy while you sit back and enjoy a good time, a good show to have. And you can go by yourself or with someone else. They have their improv troupe coming up tomorrow night. It's Improv in the Moonlight featuring Cutthroat Improv and Rat House Improv troupes. You can also check out their Classical Blasts in Kilts coming up Friday, March 6th. There are still some tickets available, only a few. So if you want to purchase them, it's Classical Blasts in Kilts, rockin' Celtic music, and more. That's coming up at 7:30, and it goes until 9 o'clock. Show begins at 7:30. Doors open 60 minutes prior to the show, where you can order some drinks and do a little mingling with yourself, or with others, of course. You can talk to yourself if you want to. There's a couple other performances that you can find there too. That's at moonlighttheater.com. Again, moonlighttheater.com for more information. If you also want to check out some more surrounding Chicagoland and Fox River Valley theaters, you can find a lot of them. In Evanston, I know it's a little bit further out. There's one called Mudlark Theater Company, or there's the Skokie Theater, Jackalope Theater Company. There's the Chicago's Kids Company. There's the Straw Dog Theater Company on Ravenswood Avenue. In Des Plaines, there's the Big Noise Theater or Filament Theater on Milwaukee Avenue. So there's a couple different ones closer to the city area. But if you're looking to stay within the Fox River Valley area, there's lots of great ones that are local that you can go out and support. Share the love with folks out there about theater, especially if you are a theater geek. I was a theater geek at one point during my days in school. This does wrap it up here for the first half hour of our 12 o'clock segment. And of course, when we come back, we will officially be in our Tradio segment. So if you are looking to buy, sell, trade, and or announce to the Fox River Valley area, that'll be the time to call into the studio number here at 847-931-1410. Or of course, you can also text us at 505-926-1410. If you have something that's got to go, you can post it here on our Tradio segment. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN, in just a bit.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by Progressive. A new Illinois Department of Public Health report finds carbon monoxide exposure caused an average of about 940 emergency room visits and nearly 57 deaths each year. The report examined unintentional carbon monoxide exposures in Illinois from 2019 through 2023. New labor data shows Illinois lost at least 100,000 jobs over the past 6 months. By the end of 2025, more than 300,000 residents were still looking for work, leaving about 1.4 workers competing for each available job in the state. The Illinois EPA is offering up to $1.5 million in grants for energy efficiency upgrades at publicly owned drinking water treatment plants. Individual awards will range from $50,000 to $500,000. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term.
Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Welcome to downtown Elgin, where businesses, community, and creativity come together. The Downtown Neighborhood Association provides valuable, complimentary services to all downtown businesses, organizations, property owners, and residents, helping you gain exposure and thrive. Whether you're already part of the district or exploring a new downtown location, DNA is here to help your vision grow. Join us in creating a vibrant, connected, and successful downtown Elgin. Call now 847-488-1456, or you can email info@downtownelgin.com. Ask for Jennifer Facala. Downtown Neighborhood Association, where the heart of business beats strong.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Chick-fil-A. This afternoon, mostly cloudy with a high near 52. Tonight, cloudy with a low around 40 and a chance of rain showers. Looking ahead to Thursday, expect areas of fog and thunderstorms with a high near 48. Currently, it's 43 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN. You know what time it is. It's approaching 35 past the hour, so we are in that Tradio segment. If you are looking to buy, sell, trade, and or announce to the Fox River Valley area, now's the time to call in here at 847-931-1410. Again, that is 847-931-1410. If it's got to go, post it here on Tradio. Now, remember, too, that Tradio is a great opportunity to listen in to see if anyone has any items that you might be looking for, right? Why should you be announcing things on Tradio, right? Selling vintage items and different items, looking to purchase items and things like that, especially when you're selling, it's a really great way to clear out the clutter while it gives your old treasures a chance at a new life too. If you're holding on to something, you're like, gosh, you know what? I just can't hold on to this much longer. It's taking up way too much space. Feel free to sell it or to give it away to someone. Tradio is a great opportunity for that item to avoid being eventually just put into a garbage bin, a garbage bag, or donating it to someone, right? You can give it new life and guaranteed that it's going to be in the good hands of someone too. Sometimes you can donate items and they don't always necessarily end up on the shelves in the greatest condition sometimes, not of course calling out any particular place, but sometimes that can happen. And so with that being said, if you really want to give the item to someone that you know will enjoy it, this is the perfect time to call in for Tradio, to announce it on Tradio. Instead of letting those things collect dust, take out, enough items that you need to sell, and then you can turn them into maybe some quick cash or maybe free up some valuable space in your home too. Especially vintage items. They hold a lot of sentimental and historical value, and it makes them pretty desirable for a lot of collectors out there. So if you're looking for anything like that, of course, this is the time to tune in, see if anyone wants to call in, tell us what you are specifically looking for, if there's anything. So it really is a win-win situation, especially since you get a cleaner home, get a little extra money, and it's a very good sustainable way to reduce waste as well. So it's Tradio is environmentally friendly. Yes, Tradio is environmentally friendly. So if you are interested, feel free to reach out to us today at 847-931-1410. This is really that on-air marketplace where you get to take control. So call in. You've got things from furniture, equipment, cars, collectibles, a lot of different things. So grab the phone, let us know. Let us know here on Tradio if you've got something that you're looking to buy, sell, trade, and or announce to the Fox River Valley area. We have some previous Tradio callers, just a couple of them from like roughly around the past month or so. We have Greg. He's looking for bicycles, late 1800s to the 70s, and they can really be in any condition too. He's also looking for vintage Omega watches. Those are men's and women's watches, and then also some diver style watches. And he's a collector, not a dealer, so he'll pay a fair price on that. He's also looking for old gas tether cars. They were the old toy cars from the 50s and the 60s. He's also looking for old slot cars or slot car parts or even sets. mainly 124 scale cars. HO as well. So if you're interested, you've got something like that he's looking for, this is the opportunity to call him today or in the near future. He also has a son that's looking for some Pokemon cards too. He also still has that Schwinn 312 Goose Island bicycle. It runs really good for $99. He did lower the price for the Hamilton Beach 3-head milkshake maker. He originally was selling it at the start for $500. He lowered it to $450, and now he's lowered it to $400, which means he has taken, if you compare it from the start of when he listed it, $100 off. That's a really good deal. So, and it's, of course, it's a historical item, like he said. It's something to put on display in your home. You can use it, or even if you don't use it, it's maybe a collector's item that you enjoy. It's that Hamilton Beach 3-head milkshake maker in the color ivory, comes with the 3 cups. It's pretty nice, and it's sturdy, and it's not too large either. So it's commercial made for a lot of the big, ice cream shops and businesses like that. He also does have that soft top canopy that he's looking to get rid of for free. It's a 10 by 10. It's red. It's got a nice color tone to it. It's not super worn out either. It's gotten good use for it though, and it comes with a hanging chandelier. So if you want to reach out to Greg today, that number's 847-962-6033. So that's 847-962-6033. We have another Tradio caller, has a lot of furniture for sale located in Hampshire. She's got sofas, TV, appliances, washer and dryer, dining room table sets. So there's a lot that's included in this too, a house filled. You can reach out to her, call her, and tell her who you are first. If she does not respond, please feel free to leave a message back with a callback number. You can reach out to her via her cell phone or her landline. Her cell phone number is 847-502-4612, or you can reach out to her via landline at 847-695-9881. So that's 847-502-4612, or also 847-695-9881. Another Tradio caller here is located out in Elmhurst. He has a car for sale. It's a 2009 Toyota Corolla. It's a Model S. It's a 5-speed manual transmission. It's in really great condition, and the asking price on this is $5,000 or best offer. Located again in Elmhurst, that number to dial is 312-296-4223. That's 312-296-4223. And then finally, another Tradio caller here. Gary's looking for that typewriter from the 30s to the 50s in the color black, a portable one with also a case. If you do want to reach out to him, that number to dial is 847-372-8083. That's 847-372-8083 if you want to get some more information. We have some people in the comment section. Greg is in the comments. Aloha, Jeff. Kakahiaka. Kakahiaka. I don't know how to pronounce it. Aloha, he says. Brendan here had an iced coffee from Dunkin'. He had some egg bites also from Dunkin' for breakfast. That sounds pretty good. I had McDonald's coffee today, and it's just not doing the justice for me. It wasn't very strong, so that's why I'm a little bit kind of like drowsy a little bit right now. I think it's just because the coffee wasn't strong enough. So I'll have to brew a pot here at work. So we'll talk. That's something I'll have to do on the once I'm done with the show here. But those are the Tradio announcements here. If you want to check out more information, feel free to contact us today at 847-931-1410. That's the number to dial. What do we have for today's show lineup? We've got a great lineup today. Talk Time with Tammy and Friends back on the air today for a wacky, wild, wonderful Wednesday edition with Tammy and myself. I'm not quite sure who the guest will be. If it is a Matt and Tammy Monday, or a Matt and Tammy Wednesday, I should say. Sometimes it's a Matt and Tammy Monday. But before, of course, that, we do have the wines under $20 that you can hear about from the Affordable Wine Report connoisseur, Larry Lipson, in What's Cooking Today. So in this episode, Larry Lipson of the Affordable Wine Report is sharing top wine picks under $20. Michael Horn is also going to be having Kelly Jones, while Kelly Jones shows how to make nutritious, delicious family meals with potatoes. That sounds pretty good. As a potato fan myself. We also look to explore some surprising health hacks like passion fruit's protein punch and a McDonald's meal that may ease migraines. Oh, okay. Plus stories from the record-breaking roller coasters to Uber's upcoming flying taxis and State Farm's billion with a B, $billion auto refund. So there's lots of things that are coming up, and you can check out more on What's Cooking Today. Uber's upcoming flying taxis. That sounds interesting to do a little research on. I don't know if I would trust those. Uber's upcoming flying taxis, is that right? Oh, yes, I know we did talk about this with Talk Time with Tammy and Friends. It's pretty much just a, it's like a little helicopter. It's a little helicopter. It's a little helicopter that they've got. Interesting. I wonder how that would, almost looks like a drone, though. Huh. Flying helicopter. A little taxi. It looks pretty small to me if you look at pictures online. Well, that's what's cooking today. That's coming up today from 1 until 2. Talk Time with Tammy and Friends is from 2 until 4. We have Big Top Sports with Derek Geyer from 4 until 6 o'clock tonight. He might be solo, or he will have Bob with him, or maybe a special guest. Stay tuned for that coming up. We also do have from 6 until 7 o'clock a WRMN 10 o'clock news replay. So that fresh news from this morning continuing on your day during the nighttime, closer to the evening. And then we also do have a political talk show live in studio today with David Tees. He's going to be here in the hot seat where I'm sitting. And he's going to be doing the apolitical talk show coming up today. So stay tuned for that. It is the peak of political season. You've been seeing a lot of ads. You know you've been seeing a lot of ads. You've been hearing them here also on the station. You still have time to promote. If you like your candidate, let us know what we can do to help you in the community to get the word out, right? And best of luck also to all the candidates out there coming up for the voting day. That's pretty exciting. The time is approaching 46 past the hour. We're going to take our final time out. And when we come back, we'll take a look and see what's happening locally in the Fox River Valley area, taking a look at those social media sites, community and business related events and things that are happening, accomplishments, achievements, things to recognize and celebrate. And that reminds me too, I forgot to talk about the National Day calendar. So maybe I'll just hop onto that a little bit here, but stay tuned. We'll be back with more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN.
At Britain's Touchless Car Wash, they know life gets busy. That's why they're here 24/7 to keep your car looking spotless, fast, and easy. Their advanced brush-free wash technology delivers a sparkling clean without a single scratch, because they treat your car like it's their own. Here's the best part. Right now, you can get a free car wash just for joining their text club. It's simple. Just text BRITT to 30400, and your first wash is on them. Britain's Touchless Car Wash has 2 convenient locations, 1923 Larkin Avenue in Elgin and 555 Willow in West Dundee. They're proud to keep your car clean while giving back to our community. Text BRITT to 30400. That's BRITT to 30400. Now for your free car wash, and see why Britain's Touchless Car Wash is the fast, gentle, and reliable choice.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the Better Business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Building a house is hard, but have you tried removing one? Flood Brothers takes the mess out of demolition. With fast roll-off dumpster delivery, reliable debris pickup, and a family-owned team that takes service personally. Call 630-261-0400 or visit floodbrothersdisposal.com. Flood Brothers Disposal, proud sponsor of America's First Responders Fest.
Here on WRMN AM 1410, we like to keep you informed and in tune to what's happening here in the Fox River Valley and what's going on here on WRMN. We recognize the importance of local radio to be a part of the conversation and to be a part of the community for the community.
You know, we talked about the importance of community theater, but supporting community radio is a big deal too. And, you know, for WRMN, this is a really cool thing that you guys do every day. And a really important thing is you have to have a local media outlet to talk about what's going on in your town. So you guys do a nice job.
Tune in to AM 1410, WRMN. Don't forget, you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/WRMN Radio. Keep in tune and informed on what's happening here in the Fox River Valley, right here on WRMN. And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley and the talk of the town, broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. Thank you, of course, everyone, for tuning in today, being a part of the conversation with us. Don't forget, we got some events coming up here. I wanted to announce it to you. The prom dress giveaway event is coming up. It's called Shine Bright Like a Diamond. Not too long ago, we had Barbara Stroot and Elizabeth Thielen on with us on the air to talk about the upcoming prom event. That's March 28th and the 29th. These beautiful prom dresses are available for free on these days for the lovely young girls out there who would want to enjoy prom. It's a big, exciting event, especially when you are in high school. It's a big event, and you want to be able to do that. Check it out. And parents, you don't have to feel like you're going to be breaking the bank with this one because this is a free event to attend. Just make sure, of course, you bring your school ID for the students out there. But this is a great opportunity to enjoy prom without having to break the bank, too. It's a great way to do that. And if you want to donate or volunteer, you can call Barb today at 224-587-8192 is that number to dial. So please feel free to reach out to them for more information. That is Shine Bright Like a Diamond. That is the prom dress giveaway event coming up Saturday and Sunday, March 28th and 29th from 1 until 5 p.m. That's at the Elgin Township Building at 729 South McLean Boulevard in Elgin. So definitely check it out. Let's see some other things going on here, too. I got a message today from Sherry Aschenbrenner for next Thursday. It is Sherry's Senior Moments. She said, just in case you can promote it early. Of course, Sherry, absolutely. It's coming up here on March 12th. That is at 9:05 a.m. The guest is going to be Bill Bogdan, Disability Liaison with the Illinois Secretary of State's Office. They're going to be discussing the new HB 1226 that takes effect 7/1/26, so that is July 1st, re-raising age mandate for mandatory road tests, the process of getting a disability place card, and more. And then, of course, we're going to have the trivia question, too. So Bill Bogdan is going to be with us coming up on Thursday, March 12th at 9 o'clock. That is for Sherry's Senior Moments. You can also subscribe to her email list at dfelist@gmail.com. So thank you, Sherry, for letting us know about this. She is with Dementia Friendly Elgin, including training and resources. DFE memory cafes are also great to go to. It's the first Tuesday of the month. And you can also check out, if you do subscribe to her email list, she talks a little bit and mentions about scams and current senior events and info. So it's really good to keep up to date, especially in the community with that. Let's see some other things that are going on here too. Let's go to my Out to Lunch Talks page here. I did receive a press release. I wanted to talk a little bit here as well. The Cambridge Lakes Charter School, we had them on the air last year talking a little bit about their science fair. It does look like here that the Illinois State Board of Education released its list of honorees for the 52nd annual Those Who Excel and Teacher of the Year Awards. Cambridge Lake Charter School is proud to share that their Miss Alyssa Sutherland, who is a second grade teacher at the school, has received an award for special recognition in the early career education category. The formal award will be presented to Miss Sutherland, and that is going to be in April at the ISBE Awards Banquet. So that's fantastic. We'll definitely get her on the air to talk about this experience and congratulate her too. That's fantastic. That's great. Let's see some other things here too. Dementia Friendly Elgin by Sherry Aschenbrenner also did mention here about a driving class that's coming up. There is an AARP 2-day safe driver class. It's a 2-day class meeting, Monday, March 30th and Tuesday, March 31st. It's from 9:30 a.m. until 1:30 p.m. This is going to be able to explore how senior adults 55 and up can continue their driving experiences safer. The cost is $200 for AARP members and a $25 for non-members fee. I said $200, excuse me, $20 for AARP members, $25 for non-members. Required first day of class. It is going to be held at the Gail Borden Public Library in the Grove Room. You must attend both classes. Participants will be eligible for a discount on auto insurance after completion of the class. All you have to do is make sure that you consult your auto insurance for details. You can bring your driver's license, or you should bring your driver's license and a check of $25 or $20 for AARP members with an AARP card. Payment required the first day of class. Registration is required. 13 seats as of right now are still remaining, so if you want to check it out, go to attend.gailborden.info under the events page, and it's already gone down to actually 11 seats that are still remaining. So if you want to check it out, that is the AARP Smart Drive course, a 2-day class. Great for seniors especially. So check it out for more information at gailborden.info. Thank you to Sherry for sharing this information with us. Let's see some other things that are coming up here too. The Vintage Shop Hop is a Tri-Cities Central event. It is a twice weekly thing to do, and it's the Vintage Shop Hop that returns. And you can enjoy it. It's actually not twice weekly. I meant to say it's 2 days in the week. That's coming up March 6th and 7th. And it's inviting shoppers to plan their own self-guided weekend road trip that they're having for the Vintage Shop Hop. So definitely check that out. That sounds like a really cool event to enjoy. Also coming up here, March 7th and 8th, the Elgin Master Chorale is joining the Elgin Symphony Orchestra along with some guests, including Laura Strickling and Jesse Bloomberg, in presentation of Fare Requiem on Saturday, March 7th. I know a couple weeks ago we spoke with Chad Goodman about this. It's coming up this Saturday and Sunday at the Hemmons Cultural Center. So that's also a really fun event to go to, and you can enjoy some beautiful music that'll be put on by them as well. And then, of course, you can find some other good things that are coming up here, too. We've got here the Gail Borden Library, of course, has a grand opening coming up Friday, March 27th. It's the Kids Space Reimagined. They're reopening it with a reimagined look. You can also still enjoy the beautiful displayed exhibit brought to you by the Elgin History Museum. It tells you a little bit about the history of Elgin and, of course, some really cool artifacts that are featured from the museum on display right now until March 31st. You can also check out Food for Greater Elgin. Don't forget, Palate to Palate event is March 31st. Our lovely WRMN members, including myself, are going to be out there to take some great pictures, videos, and interviews of so many great people that are joining in the community. So definitely check it out for more information. You can visit them on their website at foodforgreaterelgin.org. A couple other things too, of course, but only time allowed for some of it. Happy National Days today. We got Pound Cake Day, Hug a GI Day. It's also National Grammar Day and National Sons Day today. This does wrap it up here for Out to Lunch on WRMN AM 1410. Thanks everyone for tuning in today and being a part of the conversation with us. And we hope you enjoy the rest of your lovely Wednesday.